the bounce at home. 4 or 5 bounces. And the game heads for double overtime. In the second OT, Nets down to Richard Jefferson. Can't get that one to go. And the Heat win, 104-102. Celtics.
Jersey, the Heat 2-0. Richard Jefferson and the Nets trying to get back into it. Fourth quarter, Nets down 3. Jason Kidd hits the layup. 16 points, 16 rebounds, 13 assists for Kidd, his 8th career playoff triple-double. Nets down 1 later.
RJ getting in the flow.
23 for him, Nets up 1. Heat down 3 now. Eddie Jones, that's a big shot.
He was big all night.
20 for him, that ties it at 90. Last chance in regulation. Vince Carter to Kidd. No, sir. Kidd just 1 for 6 on threes, and they will go to overtime. In the extra session, Nets down 1. Vince spinning and winning. 15 to 37 from the floor for him. He had 36 points. Nets up 2. Heat down 4 now. Dwayne Wade, 22 points for him, 10 boards. And later tied at 97. Shaq, the hook in the lane, 25 and 6 for the big fella. Nets down 2 now. Nenad Kristic can't hit the J. Vince winds up with it. 3-ball. No. The Nets blowing some chances to possibly win it. Under 10 seconds now. Nets down 2 after the Heat missed 2 free throws. Carter, another 3, no good. Ball gets knocked around, out of bounds to the Nets. 2.3 to go off the inbounds. VC. And he gets the roll.
Bouncer. You gotta love those 6 bouncers.
Vince gets the big roll, but they went to double overtime, and Udonis Haslem working on the glass all night. 19 boards go with his 14 points. Then with the Nets down 2, Jefferson blows the layup. And the Heat hang on and win it 108 to 105 in double overtime. The Nets get the triple-double from Kidd, nearly another one from Carter, but it all adds up to another loss. The Heat will try to finish off the sweep in Game 4 Sunday afternoon in New Jersey, and Vince will get another chance to try to do all the
series. But Miami much more effective because they do it on inside-out play with Shaquille O'Neal, playing out the double teams. Those shots, that's in rhythm. The other way they do it is in transition. Again, Eddie Jones very comfortable shooting the 3. They take 15 threes, 16 threes on the season, and that's basically what they did throughout the playoffs. Whereas if you contrast that with New Jersey, Richard Jefferson's not a 3-point shooter, and that's not the way they want to play the game. Jason Kidd, again, not a 3-point shooter. They took 25 threes in this game, making only 3 of them, one of which was a bank shot at the end of the game when it didn't matter, and that's not how they're going to win. They have to get back to playing the game the way they have on the regular season.
Bad news for New Jersey. The 71st time in NBA history this is.
Bernard playoff season, they've gone multi-overtime, beat the Pacers in 2 overtimes in the first round back at 0-2. They'd get to the final that season and fall to the Lakers. Conference semis in 2003, another 2 OT win. This time against the Celtics for New Jersey, they would lose to the Spurs in the final. Last year, a 3 overtime win in Game 5 of the conference semis against the Pistons. The Nets were eliminated in Game number 7. And on Thursday, the Nets finally lost a multi-overtime playoff game. They're down 3 games to love to the Heat. Time to post up Tim Legler for more. Tim, let's talk about the Nets. 42 of 107 from the floor, 3 of 23 from threes, 68% from the line. Didn't shoot the ball anywhere, and you had crunch time issues.
Golden opportunities really to put this game away and get back in the series. Instead, what you're going to see is a theme here. A lot of three-pointers, a lot of That's at the end of the game, really no choice. But take a look at some of these other efforts. They've got plenty of time on the shot clock to get the ball into the paint, attack a tired Miami Heat defense, try to get to the foul line. You're at home. You should be able to get calls. You've been getting to the line the first 3 quarters. All of a sudden now they just settle for the first open jump shot that they had, played right into the hands of the Miami Heat. It's especially troublesome for me because the New Jersey Nets are not a three-point shooting team. They have guys that can make threes when they're going offensively, but tonight, really, they were struggling. They ended up shooting 3 for 23. When they watch the tape tomorrow, John, they're going to really kick themselves because they had opportunities. They didn't take advantage of them.
The Heat go for the sweep Sunday, 3 o'clock on ABC. Thanks, Tim.
Open shot at the end of regulation. So there were opportunities. Well, this is how you wanted it. If you got to go down, you want to go down in a brawl, taking it right to the wire. Timeout, Heat.
At the center of power lies the
to play after Miami has just taken a 20-second timeout. 96-88. Heat on top. And Miami to inbound at midcourt. Eddie Jones to throw it in.
Miami, you want to run good stuff here, Al. You want to run some time. Oh, great.
Wade to Haslem. He had it contested, but then Shaq is right there to put it back in.
Yeah, unfortunately,
He'll have a whole week to rest both bruised thighs. Gets fouled with 2:04 to play.
give them good numbers.
And for Mourning, some people thought, well, how valuable would he be to this team down the stretch? It was proven to be of great value as Kidd hits a three-pointer, of great value in this series.
Well, Coach Van Gundy is very vocal about the fact that he secures our defense.
What's to come? Here's Kidd launching one. And then the foul as Damon Jones comes away with it.
What has himself, the respect that he has for Shaq, the respect that his teammates have for him, and then the coaching staff. Very coachable young man. Makes it happen for the team. Now, what you have to do, you just got to let's see what happens in round 2. How they match up. Can they get through it without serious injuries? That's always the key. You cannot catch a major injury here to either Shaq or Dwayne Wade. I mean, things would change in a heartbeat.
Dueling. And he gets into a duel underneath in the foul.
Growing up in Jersey, Jersey City, Newark, hanging out at the Wheatway Park, and leaving at the end of the 7th grade to go to Germany, and then bounced around as an Army brat, like he would tell you. But he spent a special day over at the old neighborhood, seeing the grandfathers and the cousins and everyone, and it's just terrific. Everybody here loves them. The pub, Newark Star Ledger, the fact that back to the home roots, Al, not bad.
And he'll leave these home roots, head back to South Florida, and await the invasion of either the Chicago Bulls or the Washington Wizards. Then Wade gets fouled with 44 points.
Sunday and again today, that they realize that they have 3 outstanding performers on the perimeter, and they have to stay healthy in Kidd Carter and in Jefferson. Kristich is going to be a nice find. Now, Collins is a workmanlike center for you. Now, you know and I know that they are wanting to add quality up front as well as a shooter. They need another shooter. This team still ended up, Al, 29th in shooting in the league, and in the series, well, 39% will not get it done. Not against a quality team.
No, not against a team that was number 1 in the league.
That's right.
In shooting. So you saw Carter getting a decent ovation as Vince won the net fans over after he came over, rejuvenated this ball club. They made a great run at the end of the season, 15 of 19. They were 15-4 down the stretch to get into the playoffs, but they will be 0-4 in the playoffs and home for the summer. And this is Wade, and Dwayne Wade hits that three-pointer. He only took the shot because the shot clock was running down, and that will put Dwayne Wade with 34 points into that illustrious category, that graphic that we showed you before. He's 50% from the series, so he joins those other Hall of Famers. But to be put in the company with those guys, you understand.